Republic as Opava welcome Iberostar Tenerife. It's game day 6 in the regular season of the Basketball Champions League, and this Group B clash sees the first ever winners of the Basketball Champions League, Tenerife, against the current basement team in this group. Opava haven't won since the opening day victory over Nanterre, and a team with issues if they are to progress into the playoffs in the Basketball Champions League. Here's the schedule for Group B. 2 games tonight with Pauk and Freiburg facing off in 30 minutes time. Wins for Nanterre on the road. They really have turned their Basketball Champions season around with a big win yesterday in Italy. Well, Opava currently sit 4th in the Premier League in the Czech Republic. They currently sit 8th in this Group B standings. But they're only 2 games back from a qualification spot. That's how tight this group is. And obviously, Nanterre are the team in 4th place, and they have that opening day win over Nanterre. So all is not lost. It's early days in regular season play, but they've got to start getting wins at home. That's the most important thing. Defend your home court and look to pick up the game on the road that might be the difference between a playoff or elimination. Here is the Tenerife roster. Big win for them in the ACB last weekend when they won the Canary Islands derby, when they beat Gran Canaria in Gran Canaria. And this roster, as you can see, strong, has a lot of depth, has spots, has consistency across all the spots on the floor, and it's a whole team that Coach Zeus Vidioletta orchestrates so well. Currently 5th in the ACB and looking a almost certainty for the Copa del Rey in Spain. Well, Opava, their issue, they've only got 10 players in uniform this evening. That's their first issue. The second issue is the worst team defensively on the inside. And when you consider that players with the quality of Sebastian Saez, with Colton Iverson and Tim Abramadis on the lineup for Tenerife, they are going to have to come up with a solution that leads them the worst defensive team on the inside, Opava. Tenerife, on the other hand, come into this game day 6 keeping teams under 70 points a game. The only team in the Basketball Champions League that have that really pleasing stat from a coaching perspective. Only having to score 70 to win games makes life so much easier. And Tenerife, the first ever champions of the Basketball Champions League, being introduced to a relatively sparse crowd here in the Bursa Saloba Hala in Opava. Sebastian Saez getting some time on the Spanish national team, the competition window for the FIBA World Cup in a 2 weeks' time. We'll see the latest stage of qualification to the World Cup in China next September. Spain already not only have their name on the qualification, but have their sights set on a medal. Opava in their first season in the Basketball Champions League, completely Czech team. It's great to see the national player from the Czech Republic getting the opportunity to play in the Basketball Champions League. Currently, as I say, 4th in the Premier League. Disappointing loss against Uska Prague at the weekend, a team ranked lower than Opava. But this is the stage clubs like Opava want to graduate to. They want to be in the Basketball Champions League. They want to be making their name known across Europe. And no league has bigger media impact than the Basketball Champions League. Its growth and its impact in 3 years has been phenomenal. unquestionably the second highest ranking or competitive in terms of quality league, continental league at the moment. But more countries, more clubs, more players, more fans than any other league across the continents. Tenerife, obviously in their third season in the Basketball Champions League, so used to their schedule, weekends at home, midweek in the Basketball Champions League. And that year one win on their home court was just a phenomenal night for their club. That's what Opava dream of, getting to the top table of European basketball. So any chance you can get to test yourself against one of the favorites for the competition, you've got to look to take it. Opava really do shoot the ball particularly well. Aladim Kileka leads the BCL, the Basketball Champions League, in field goal percentage for guards. That won't go unnoticed in the scout report that Coach Videoretta will have had prepared for this matchup, and expects Tenerife to really extend their defense. It's the opposite problem for Opava. As we get a look at the third team on the floor, Mr. Yavekias, Mr. Kalpakas, and Javilas from, well, two from Lithuania, one from Sweden. The third team on the floor, their teamwork as important as the two teams currently warming up. Starting lineup for Tenerife. Thaddeus McFadden and Rodrigo San Miguel have the two-guard front look. Busino at the small guard, shooting guard slot with Abramadis and Colton Iverson up front. You've got to be quick when you're matching up against Opava. They'll spread the floor and really look to stretch the defense. Coach Violeta, one of the most experienced play callers in the Basketball Champions League, both at club and as a member of Spanish national team staff. Gonna look at the lineup in a second for Opava. Injuries obviously have given them an issue tonight. Only 8 guys in uniform. Well, Kaleka, as we said, has shot the ball incredibly well across this competition. But near deck, number 14, with Svandulek and Slavic, have just got to play defense on the inside. Have got to bump, have got to front, have got to try and contest everything on the inside, because at the moment every team has had a look at Coach Zudek's lineup and has gone inside. They have just scored at will relatively on the inside. Opava have to find a way to shore up that inside defense. Coach Videoretta, arguably one of the most inventive offensive coaches in the ACB. His offensive systems renowned for getting open looks, and you have a team with the talent he has getting open looks. That's how they're a competitive lineup. That's how they can compete. There are bigger lineups in the ACB. There are more expensive lineups in the ACB, but they are as prepared as any lineup, and they really do have a great team chemistry. 2-guard set. In fact, a very small, almost 3-guard lineup for Tenerife. So welcome to the Czech Republic. Opava is where we are. Opava in the yellow uniform. Iberostar Tenerife in the black, and Tenerife will have a look at the offensive end. Fadden will come off the down screen, looks inside. Iberostar will show him the ball, Iverson will show him the ball screen, looks inside and wants. Now he gets, nice look, nice cut. Super pass, Iberostar gets the 2. And that's Tenerife basketball. First offense down, everybody touches the basketball and they end up with a layup. The 3's gone and away early and just stroked. They're going to have to shoot themselves into contention tonight as Serena knocks down the first of many of the attempts you're going to see from beyond the arc. McFadden gets to the middle, floats it. Well, I'm not sure if he was going to pass it off the backboard or shot it. That was half the problem, a little indecisive. Turnover the other way, Iberostar gets a piece. Must be players down the floor. McFadden. Lucino gives it back to San Miguel. Iberostar puts it on the floor, down the middle with the left hand. Kicks, gets it back in the block. The turnaround jump shot is short. And the defensive rebound is pulled in by Gundelek. 3 in transition is no good. San Miguel and 4-on-2 break. McFadden for the easy 2 is good. If you're going to shoot the early 3, you've got to have some defensive balance in transition. Serena outside, looks at his options. Nice little play for the open baseline jump shot is no good. Ball will stay with Opava. Brusino just didn't box out, became a jumping competition. Little floater, it hits nothing. Offensive rebound, keeps it alive, and there's a blocking foul. Colton Iverson with the block. Good effort on the glass. Really did stay with the play, did Svandelik. Again, another offensive rebound. And that's the issue with the smaller teams shooting the 3. There's going to be a lot of long rebounds. Gundelek with the pass, whistle on the play. Iverson just played a little bit of soccer. Again, deep in the corner for 3. It's good. And Collector opens his account. The most effective field goal percentage guard in the league gets his first one away. McFadden gets 2 to answer and ties us at 6. Serena looks at space, will back it out. It's 4 out, 1 in, and here is the 1 in. 3 is no good, and this time Iverson, or Iberostar in the end, hunts down the rebound. San Miguel into the half court. McFadden will take the ball screen, sets for 3, is good. Great rhythm to that Tenerife offense. The ball didn't stick. In their own time, at their own pace. Again, the quick release on the 3 is no good. Iverson can't control, but the ball will belong to Tenerife. Opava give themselves a shooter's chance. Let's just put it that way. They're not going to pass up an open look. They just have to make deep 3s. If they don't make deep 3s, they do not really have an offensive answer. San Miguel off the flare screen. Iberostar gets it. McFadden moves it on. Rodrigo San Miguel, 9 on the possession. Turns the corner and kicks. Makes the 3 is good. And again, this offensive rhythm for Tenerife is impressive. Zania moves it on. Ball's out of bounds, turnover. And while you can, as Svandelik turned it over and you get a replay of Iberostar with the 3, you can understand their desire to shoot the ball, but they don't have to shoot it early on every occasion. Try and get some rhythm into your offense. Iberostar will hand it off. Dadden looks to turn the corner. Doesn't get the drop, but will go to the free throw line for 2. Tough move as he turned the corner off the ball screen. Big step. And then he's going to be disappointed he's not shooting 1. Nadek picks up the first personal as Svandrik sits. Gavapil steps in, number 12. Everyone coming off that bench has to do a job on the glass, but at the moment, Tenerife shooting great numbers and shooting well from the perimeter. Boy, he takes the 3 at the second asking, that's off. Offensive rebound. Immediate impact for Papil. Tough move in the lane is no good. Defensive rebound. Iberostar has it. Outlet, and they get down the floor quickly. McFadden for 3 is short. Defensive rebound is owned. Should be an easy 2 on the break, and it is. Miroslav Kapil. Kapil gets the 2. Kaleka will sit, and the gym is not full, but the crowd making a lot of noise here. Creville turns it over, McFadden for the easy 2. Timeout Opava and turnovers. And Tenerife turning defense into offense really, really efficiently. Real gets his pocket picked. San Miguel just gives it up, McFadden gets the easy 2.
Dávej pozor. Vůbec nejsme agresivní. Máme jeden faul. Pojďme víc. Pojďme přitlačit na míč. Vypíhá. Sokolovi si zahrajou, co chcou. Hlava nahoru. Půjdeme do zdvojení. Marťa. Tvrdý, pojď bez, jsi se dopal. Vůbec nehrajem, vůbec. Si dělej, co chtějí. McFadden, pomožte si se tam 2 rozehrávači. On je nepříjemnej na ty nohách. Na to vyvez ty. Ty si schovaj a zahrajte si 2. Jo? A hrajeme tu starou 2.
Well, Opava have got to make the perimeter shots drop. If they don't, there is no game here. Tenerife, one of the most efficient teams in the Basketball Champions League. Also one of the best teams defensively. So the 3-point shot has got to be Opava's friend, not the heel, the Achilles heel. But you've got to believe they do not have to shoot it after 1 pass. Zone trap, a little soft from Tenerife. Easily beaten as Creville has it. Nice pass. Good finish on the inside, and Kapil gets back-to-back baskets, closes it to a 5-point game. That's better, a lot of ball movement. Screen action away from the ball, just created advantage. With that, and they find the open player. Iberostar for 3 is off. Sayers with the offensive rebound, strong, holds on, gets a new 14. San Miguel. Iberostar, same spot, takes the 3, is short again. Sayers cannot get the offensive rebound. And Opava have a chance to run. Nice look down the floor, ball knocks away, but Opava will have it. Iberostar steps in for Tenerife. Missed the pass on the Tenerife lineup. He's out of bounds, didn't get in quick enough. Nice play, but Curil was just too slow stepping in. Four to go in the first. The first quarter that is flying by. For Iberostar, If you're on the team with Bassas, you better have your hands up. He will pass you the basketball. Into the half court, McFadden. And they looked inside, turned down the open three, 6 on the possession. They weren't turned down that one. Brusino for 3 is good. Nicolas Brusino with his feet set, beautiful stroke. Out to an 18-10 lead for Tenerife. Well, I thought the ball was knocked away by the defense, but Slavic didn't really complain, so. Well, here's Brusino's 3. Absolutely right by the officials. The last player to touch it was Gundeldek. McFadden out top, looks at his options. Will take the ball screen from Sayers, who dives. They get the same lift. They skip the extra pass. Gilet's in the game, puts it on the floor. He's fouled on the penetration. Pierre-Antoine Gilet, the Belgian international. Belgium eliminated from the World Cup will be playing Eurobasket qualifiers in the competition window. Two for two. We got a double-digit game now. Tenerife with a 20-10 advantage. 3 to go in quarter 1. Serena comes off the screen and kicks. The extra pass to the corner, attacks the space. Far side of the ring. What a battle. Got to put it up. No time on the possession, and that'll be a 24-second violation. The effort is there. Kvapil just literally could not get the ball above his shoulders. And then Brusino just ripped it off him. Ball recovered, but then 24 seconds just expired. Bassas into the half court. Lucas Steiger checks in, double team. And the trap plays dividends, 2-on-1 break, little floater at the end of it, poor shot. Great work on the offensive boards, just outworking your opponent. Dragoon gets the offensive board and the putback. In fact, sorry, that's Van Dijk. Steiger needs a pass, finds one, skipped. Gilet, the extra pass, Bathas, free set for 3 is off. And they're trying to pick their poison, Opava, a chance to close this to a 5 or a 6-point game. Gilet with great rotation, chance to run here, 4-on-3 break. Bassas. Gilet's wide open, second trowel, feet set for 3 is short. And that's a great defensive rebound by Krapil. Easy 2, nice pass. Crowd loved it. And we're back to a 6-point game as Krapil gets his 6th point of the night. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. It looks like Opava have found a way to at least choose the shot that they want Tenerife to take. See there at the high post, nice pass. Size on the inside is fouled. It's beautiful high-low. Beat the zone, get in the seams. Whether it's attack the gaps on penetration or pass. Sayers misses the first. And then comes up empty on the line. Radovan Kirill will advance the basketball. Puts it on the floor, opens up, off the glass, is blocked. Ruscino just held his ground, gets his hand up and blocks it, wants it in the high post area, skips it. Gillet turns down the open look, and Bassas is in the half court. They get the three going with Steiger, just drops one. Sweet looking release. Steiger gets the first of what you'd think to be many threes tonight. Kirill just lays it back for the three. He's good. Trendic knocks it down. Simple little penetration. Steiger releases and lifts. Gets his feet set. Same thing, beautiful stroke. Nothing but string. And Steiger's off the bench and hot. And they've caught a foul. Bassas is called for a foul on the halfway line. And the prayers of Radovan Kirill were answered. Got a chance to make this a 6-point game. And a few minutes ago, I think Opava would have bitten your hand off to be down 6. 3 shots to come. I don't think the graphic man realizes that we have not finished the half yet, the quarter yet. Wow, 2 for 3. There's the confirmation. End of quarter score, 26-19. Iberostar Tenerife on the road here in the Czech Republic have the lead. The percentages for Opava is straightforward. If you have a chance to win this game, you've got to be over 50% from the three-point line. They've done a nice job holding their own on the glass. But 7 turnovers in a quarter of basketball at this level is going to really hurt you. Coming out start of the second quarter. The equation pretty straightforward for the home club. You're going to have to make more shots. Opava with the first possession. Trail this, 26-19. They've got to find a way. The zone looked like it might help them in that first quarter. Got to find a way to slow down Tenerife. Keep working on the glass. And everyone knows the types of shots they're going to get. They've just got to make them. Ball movement would really help here. 5 seconds on the possession. Sania pulls up. Carrillo is no good for 3. Saez comes down with a defensive rebound, and Bathas has it. Saez at the front of the ring for 2. Ball movement was excellent. Whistle on the play as Kaleka is fouled as he tries to turn the corner. Well, they called it offensive as he turned the corner with the extension on the arm. Batas in the half court. McFadden has it. Steiger for three is no good. Size on the glass. It's a big-time rebound. But no one put a body on him. You just got to box him out. Batas, ball's deflected. Chance for Opava in transition. Down the middle for two is good. And Kirill showed a lot of strength going through the contact defensively, gets the two. Back to man for Opava. And Bathas is given a technical foul for the incensed response to what he felt was an elbow. Well, we can't see it now, we're going to see it. Wow, Bassas leant in, Kuvril leant back. Bassas gets a technical foul. Much better defensively, took away the options, fronted on the inside. Oh, the three is good. Momentum in the gym as Jureka just knocks down the three. We got a three-point game. And Tenerife are going to take the timeout. Jureka looked like he almost got hit too, knocks down the three. And Tenerife just need to re-establish.
Control the one-on-one. Hostia, good defense. Luka. Switch. We don't need a screen. Yeah.
Momentum is such a great thing in these situations. If they can live, they've lived with with Tenerife in that first quarter. The technical foul. They've gone 4-0 on the back of the technical foul. They can ride that emotion, and they have a real shot here. So full court pressure from Opava out after the Tenerife timeout. Quick double team. San Miguel would normally pass his way through this type of pressure. McFadden gives him an option. Again, the zone worries Tenerife a little. 4 seconds, McFadden's got to take a long three and just knocks it down from deep. Thaddeus McFadden. Do they answer with three the other way? No, it's short as San Miguel penetrates and kicks. Steiger to the corner. McFadden, who's really feeling it this evening, puts it on the floor, steps back. Long two is off. Sayas just so active on the glass. You must find the body and box it out. San Miguel turning the corner, needs a pass, has to back it out, got to put it up from deep, way off, and that'll be a violation, hit nothing. Opava into the half court. Kleka. Better offensively so far, Opava. Little bounce pass inside out. They create the big time advantage on the perimeter, but quick hands by McFadden. And San Miguel is fouled. This is a genuine, well, is that a genuine action? Game getting a little feisty. 6:30 to go in the half. McFadden wraps it, finds you on the perimeter. Iverson on the inside. Just has to go big, inside, outside. San Miguel for three is good. Well, they step outside the three and knock one down. Kleka again. Just shows you why he leads the Basketball Champions League in field goal percentage for guards. 67% from the field. San Miguel needs a pass, finds on Steiger, thinks about the three, goes inside. Iverson is fouled. They won't count because he didn't go in. McFadden. Steiger gave him a pass as he left his feet. Iverson deep, turnover. Doesn't even have to be a great pass. He created a passing angle. He's big enough to hold his space. You just got to get it there. Opava on the wrong end of a 34-28 margin. Svandalik gets the two. McFadden turns down the ball screen, gets to the foul line, big second step, doesn't get the drop. And a chance to, still have the chance to, because they recover the loose ball. They thought about the three again. Or behind the back, nice pass. Should be good, two, and they're hanging in. They're scrapping around here. Opava. Deck gets the two with a pretty little jump hook. They trail by two. Iverson on the inside spins and throws it down. Whistle away from the plate. Serena. Well, that's an effort on the offensive glass. That's a great job. Svandalik comes down with it. And there's a whistle on the play. They get a new full team with 4:03 to go in the half. Tough pull-up in the lane is no good. Another offensive rebound. And Sandlik again is the guy outworking everybody on the glass. Finally, Tenerife get it. San Miguel pushes in the open floor. Iverson deep. Technical foul for the flop. Well, to be fair, I actually think there was a reasonable amount of contact here. I don't think the throwing of the arms up in the air helped him, but there was a reasonable amount of contact. Not that I think it was a foul.
For the floor. So now we have one shot and the ball at Tenerife. So now the flow will go for
It's the fact that he almost jumped backwards with the contact. There is contact here. There is contact and the shoulder was dipped. I don't think there was a foul almost, but there was definite contact. Maybe it's the throwing back of the arms that's generated the flopping technical foul. Rebound is keeping Opava in it, 8 offensive rebounds.
Marka připravený a rozehrává.
And after the free throw, keep careful. Keep calm and careful. Come in.
But then can't get the off-balance 2 to drop. Opava, chance to eat into the 5-point lead. Extra pass. He can't get the long 3 to drop as Jakub Serena took it in transition. San Miguel is fouled on his way to the hoop. Papil picks up the personal. San Miguel makes the first. It's his first free throws in the Basketball Champions League this year. Only goes 1 for 2. Great work by both teams, really, but Abramat is just a lone warrior on the glass for Tenerife. A little hesitation down the middle, drops it out. The open 3 is long. And McFadden cleans it up on the glass. McFadden couldn't get the open 3 to drop. That's exactly the shot they have to make. Gile just steps up, squares up, knocks it down, goes to, that was a Gile 3, not an Abramitis 3. Penetration, tough one in the lane, doesn't get the job. Sheila comes down with a defensive rebound. 3-on-1 break. Sheena just lays it off to Abromaitis for the easy 2. It's out to an 11-point game. It's a pushing foul in the block. And San Miguel's having a little difficult, should we say he's having an emotional first half. And they can't take advantage of the technical foul for whatever San Miguel did. Both teams in the penalty. And they go back to the free throw line. Ledek will shoot the throws on the back of that foul. Important that they stay in touch now. 1:50 to go in the half. Friendly roll. Back to a single-digit game. Trap again for Opava. They leave themselves exposed though. Mathas has it back in the game. McFadden penetrates, kicks to the corner. McFadden wide open, strokes it from deep, and is sweet. Feet set with time. Ball will stay with Opava. McFadden has 17 first half points and has looked real quality out there at the moment. Nice pass, nice seal. Ten-point game, just over a minute to go in the first half. Tenerife have looked every inch a former champion at the moment. Nice on the baseline turnover. They look long, great lead pass for 2 is good. Salina gets it back to single digits. And with 47.8 to go, Tenerife will take the timeout.
Están yendo al 2 contra 1, no queremos recibir la pelota tan cerca. We don't want to receive the ball so close. Listen, listen. Vamos a jugar nuestra situación box, volviendo y abriendo para tener ventaja. Coming back with ball. ¿Okay? ¿Vale? Y ahí tenemos ya 4 pases y luego a jugar. Un tío en medio. One in the middle, ¿okay? One in the middle.
So the band played on during the timeout. And Tenerife up the floor. Wide open for three, short. And then they just give up the offensive rebound. One of those cardinal sin moments. McFadden has it. That's an offensive foul. So he tries to turn the corner, looks inside. Curiel has it, they go high, drops it in, high-low. Got to get out of there now. They're not going to get this, and McFadden has a chance to run. 3-on-2 break, just have to find the open player. And turned over. And that'll do it for the half. And Opava have hung around. They trail 38-46 against Iberostar Tenerife. Tenerife were good from the opening tip. 58 and 53% tell you everything you need to know about the efficiency of what they're putting on the floor. Rebound numbers starting to even themselves out. Both teams passing the ball particularly well. But both teams far too many turnovers for their liking. Both in double digits at the end of the first half. So Atlantic was 7 points, leads Opava. McFadden's been exceptional for Tenerife. Well, we'll leave you the highlights of that first half where Tenerife shared the basketball. McFadden got hot and they lead it on the road here in Opava. We'll take a break. We'll see you shortly for the second half. Welcome back to Opava. Both teams back out on the floor. And you've got to say that Opava in that second quarter found a way to begin to slow the tempo. The zone was productive at times. They still gave up a lot of inside options, but they did find a way to at least ask a question of this Tenerife offense. And down the other end, they created open opportunities. They moved the ball more. More players had touches off the basketball. And that has obviously helped as they have tried to find a way to get back into this. It's great to see a whole roster of Czech players trying to take on some of these big profile programs from across Europe in this Basketball Champions League, but they need some wins. They got the win against Nanterre, opening game, but they kept Nanterre to a manageable number of points. Their issue here is that Tenerife are very, very free scoring.
We make defense 5 during the 5-on-5, not in the ball screen arriving. Okay? Not now. Now it's defense regular. Okay? Red, pero el red de verdad aquí agresivo y la
my to chvíľu dobereme, nemusíme, tak sa vrátime zpátky.
Sets 50. Okay? 52 the first one. Touching the 5. And if you day defense zone, camiseta 2. Vamos, vamos. Venga, venga, venga.
So start of the second half, Tenerife in the black uniform have the lead on the road, trying to maintain their position at top of the group. Opava trying to build on the momentum they generated at the end of that second quarter, trying to work their way back in the game. Tenerife with a 46-38 lead have the first possession. McFadden has it in the half court, will take the size ball screen. Wide open, Abramadis, they rotate away from him and he just drops the three. Well, you can see the rotations, you can see how they're rotating away from the furthest man from the ball, but the pass was far too easy. They had no chance to recover. And he goes up with the left hand, is no good. Offensive rebound is chased down. Keleka puts it on the floor, a little mishandle, needs a pass, finds one. They line up the three, blocked. Get it back, put it up in, blocked. And a 24-second violation. They look for the foul, but both look very clean to me. Here's the first block, all the way out. Racino gets a piece, and San Miguel gets a piece. And there's no time to recover. Size gets a touch on the inside. We'll get it to McFadden. Bounce pass, watch out! Foul on the play. Size will go to the free throw line. Pretty pick and roll action. Bounce pass, Size goes up, takes no prisoners, but he's fouled and will have to earn it from the line. Think about the 0-3. Nice cut, nice pass. They blow the layup. San Miguel pushes in transition. Numbers down the floor. McFadden has it. Size has it. Goes baseline. Goes to the far side of the ring for the easy two. It's like a warm-up drill. Little reverse layup. The score gets dangerous here for Opava. They trail by 15. Leka for the three is no good. Boy, it opens up for three. That's long two. McFadden will chase that one down. Dallas McFadden gives it up. And Ramradis gets the easy two. Timeout. And it's a very dangerous time in the game for Opava here. Tenerife at the start of the third quarter have come out with intent. Defensively, they've just been relentless, and their transition has been exceptional.
Zahrajte si to na tu silnou ruku, na levo. To zahraješ na druhou, Martine. Je to malý, já nevím, mám to namalovat, jak to máš mít. Abyste to dohrávali tady. Se postavíš tady. Pravačku. Tak musíme si pomoct. Tak chceme, aby to Šířa dohrával. Zahrajeme parohy stranate. Marťas, vyjde to. Mira se uvolní. Boom.
Vale? You with your man.
Turnover, and the wheels are coming off the wagon. Rodrigo San Miguel gets Tenerife into the half court. Chance to lead this by 20 on this possession. Messina goes up, off the glass, is fouled, and will have to go to the free throw line. Extra pass to the corner. Great scramble by Tenerife. A little layup off the glass is no good. Offensive rebound is blocked. The jump hook is put up and is good as Gunadek stays with the play and gets the first points in a long time. San Miguel off the ball screen, breaks it to the far side of the ring. Inside-outside kick recovered by Brusino. Size gets it back to him. 5 on the possession. Brusino going baseline, needs a pass. And that'll be a 14-second reset as Correal gets his foot to it. San Miguel, feet set for 3 is off. McFadden's on the glass for 2. No one attempted to box him out. Dallas McFadden is having a very impressive stats night. The 3 again in transition is good. Vapil gets the 3 in transition. San Miguel will advance it. 16-point game. And San Miguel is fouled as Salina just reached to stop the penetration. Size just rips it and goes and throws it down. Oh my word. No hesitation. Kirill gets inside, needs a pass, finds one. The three from the corner is good, but McFadden fouls, and it'll be three free throws. Size is just going to rip this through and go. No help. And unfortunately for Jakub Slavik, he's going to be in the picture. Second one is no good. They need to take every single opportunity they have. They have one way of getting back into this, and they've got to be so good at doing that. And going 1 for 3 is just not going to get it done. And Bathas gets it into the half court. McFadden, who's enjoying himself here in the Czech Republic. Bathas finds the open man. Abramadis thinks about the three, gives it up. McFadden goes inside, fires off the glass. Got to play through that contact. Travel. McFadden gets it into half court. Bathas will take the high street from size. Bathas wraps it. Rusino is no good for the three. Off the glass, Rusina just blocks it. Rusino stayed with it. Would not quit on the play. He gets back, he gets a piece. Sandrik for the two is no good. Sandrik gets again, lines up the three, is short again. Defensive rebound, Brusino comes down with it. Bathas looks. Will get the early ball screen for Sayers, he dives. McFadden has a look at his options, tries to turn the corner. We've got a whistle on the play. Steiger. Sino, watch out. No one flew with the basketball in terms of rotation to help. No one got out as the closeout was a long one. 19-point lead for the 2017 Basketball Champion League champions. Turnover, Brusino's everywhere at the moment, puts it on the floor, gives it up. And Lucas Steiger. Sayers trying to take advantage in the post. High-low, great recovery. Great effort defensively by Kirill. At 185, really outsized, but just did a great job of working hard to stay in front. Kirill has it. In the lane, little floater for two is good. Bathas attacks the closeout, hooks inside. Sino with the ball fake off the glass for two. Quick release on the three is good. Crowd just erupts. Eureka goes to 7 personal. Lucas Steiger, feet set for 3. Can't get the answer. Bathas. Iverson goes inside. Gile, he wraps it. Bathas attacks the closeout, drops it inside. Iverson off the glass is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Gets the second to drop. Last 2 minutes of the third quarter. And Bathas, well, Gile was there, and then he wasn't. Steiger comes down with a defensive rebound off another missed three. For Bathas. Gile, Iverson, too easy. Far too easy. 20-point game. Last minute of the third. And they called the travel because Iverson did a great job at stepping in to help. Didn't want to get involved in trying to reach for it. Well, Svandik a little frustrated, and I'm sure that's how this Opava organization is feeling right now. Steiger just drops another three. 3 from 5 from beyond the arc. The little floater is good on the inside. And Kuraville's had a really nice game. They've done it again. It's just too easy. Little flash cuts, no one guards the cut, throw it into the high post, dive at the low post. It's just a little too easy for a Tenerife. And then at the end of the third, Tenerife have just stamped their authority onto this tie. They lead 74-50. Iberostar Tenerife looking every inch a contender. Opava really struggling to get any consistency at either end of the floor. 30 and 44% respectively from the 2 and 3, facing against 71% from 2-point range. We talked about their weakness on the inside of Opava defensively, and Tenerife are just tearing them apart at the moment. Last quarter, and Opava with a mountain to climb. He's going to have to start raining threes if they're going to get back in this. To the inside, little jump hook is no good as Iverson knocks it away. Stir up the young Dane in the game. Slide on a pick and pop. And Iverson is charged with 3 seconds. Oh, Gillet gets a piece. It was all a little bit lacking in any intensity at all. Bukohan gets the personal, getting his first action of the season. A 20-year-old point guard. Curiel. And the dick goes up, gets the drop. Martin Gunladek. Has not stopped working hard on the inside for Opava. Steiger. Iverson gets it in the block. Going baseline and kicks. Extra pass. Bathurst wide open. Buries the three. Beautiful penetration. The extra pass just gave Bassett so much time. And he duly obliged. We got a 24-point game. Whistle on the play as the penetration from Eureka calls contact. Can't make the first from the throw. Bassas advances the basketball. And that's stepping on the baseline. Will be out of bounds. Whistle on the play.
Sumařovina jako sami na hřiště, Lukáš Opava nevěděl expert, odpočinal.
Bounce pass to the inside, just about, and hold on, wide open for threes, just got to drop. Offensive rebound, great work on the glass, and again, Ledeck doing a marvelous job. He's just putting in a huge shift. Kirill has it, 5 on the possession, stops and pops the three, is short, and they just cannot get enough threes to drop. Florian Bafas will hold it up. Chile will hand off, gets his feet set, lets it go for 3. Cannot get it to drop either. Slayers comes up with the offensive rebound and Bafas has it. Strub. Little hesitation, got a whistle on the play. Steiger drops it inside to Sayers, who goes through traffic and draws contact. Will go to the free throw line.
Jako Křivina, druhá osobní chyba. Na pravý prostor 11, Francaj.
$79.54 with 6:30 to go. And Opava, the solution they have is still the same solution. They just got to make these shots. And that one's short as well. Sayers comes down with a rebound, just holds on. And the foul on the plate.
Je to zároveň čtvrtá chyba domácího celku v této části hry.
It's becoming a little messy. Leads the break, extra pass, and the corner's wide open. They go inside. It was all a little bit pedestrian-like. And Ledeck on the inside is just going baseline to baseline, working hard. He's wide open right now, but the pass takes an eternity. And Chile recovers. They still can't get it to drop. Ball will stay with Opava. Turns the corner, takes the tough one in the lane, doesn't get the roll. Own rebound secured though. Galeka. Three, and finally one drops. Ledeck gets it to drop from deep. Still a long, long way to go, but there's still 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. And as you know, get something going from the three-point line, anything can happen. Fires in traffic, kicks it, Shriv for the three is off. And Ledeck again. Ledeck gets another positive stat. Salina is fouled by Gillet.
31 přijat. Druhá ofenzíva.
Again, it doesn't drop. Whistle on the play.
Koš platí pro Sandry po páté. Jirka Štěpánek na hřišti. Hráči to 11, Sáus, 1 proti.
And the 24 violation means that Opava have another chance to eat into this 24-point margin. And Sire's great early pass. Bathas on the break for 2 is good. Great rebound by Thias and a perfectly quick pass to ignite the break. Timeout Opava. Time running out and energy levels running low.
Buky s úzkou jdou, jo? Buky, Nuška, Mirek, Jirka a D, místo Slávy, Delery. No. Dohrajeme to v zóně 2-3, prohlídejte si posta a v útoku hrajeme. Zóna, Kučka, Zbíháti, Larry D, budeš si pro.
Estamos ahí después de que hayamos hecho el bloqueo de Mats para Brusi. Brusi hace de 2. ¿Vale? Si es zona, tenemos que jugar Mac y camiseta. En el camiseta recuerda el bloqueo. ¿Vale? Del lado contrario. Si Mac, subes a bloquear. ¿Vale? Y juegas pop o roll. Vamos, vamos.
On the break, Stroh goes off the glass. Doesn't get the drop. Will have to earn it from the free throw line.
Lukáš Buková. Druhá ofenzíva trestné hody. 14. start.
Little hesitation. Drive to the inside is no good. Defensive rebound by Sayers, who's just having a huge fourth quarter on the glass. 28-point margin, and Tenerife just stamping the authority on the game. Sino down the lane for 2. And life just becomes a little too easy for Tenerife. 30-point margin. And these could be a very long 3 minutes for Opava. Nice pass. Kapavil rather gets the 2 on the dunk. Nice pass. They've run that play 2 or 3 times now, and they've ended up with the open player at the front of the ring. Messino is short with a three. And Cyrus just owns the glass. Can't be put back in. And Opava dodge a bullet. Great support from the home crowd. But that doesn't prevent Kirill just throwing it out of bounds. The pass was, well, same pass was there. He just couldn't make it the second time. Bukuyan is turned over on the sideline, the youngster, Lucas Bukovian, 20 years old. Needs experience in these situations. Well, and Tenerife throw it out of bounds. Neither team enjoying the last minute or so. Well, they get the open three, and finally they start to drop. Uleka, off the nice feed, gets the three, goes to 11 points personal, 3 from 3 from beyond the arc. Well, Sides almost has it ripped off him. Batas with only 4 on the possession. They get the mid-range jumper to drop. Patient, good cut. Oh, another 3. Maybe a little bit too late. Well, Stepanek gets a piece. And they fire up the 3 early. Oh, again. 3 after 3. It's just there's only 39 seconds to go. They've got it back to 21 on the back of 3 threes in a row. 5 down low, far side of the ring, and 1. About a 1 second differential between game and shot clock. They may just walk this off. And yet another one drops to make it a 22-point game. And that will be it. Iberostar Tenerife have come to Opava and got the 92-70 win. Just a huge golf in class. That's the only way to word it. The depth and the talent. Well, the 2017 Basketball Champions League champions was just too much for Opava. They have their way of playing Opava. It's at this point in time, they just cannot make that work against the better teams in this Basketball Champions League. Great, even though the gym is not full, tremendous noise, great support from the home crowd. Tenerife will return to Spain, job done. Opava have got to find a way to get some wins to give themselves any opportunity to have any chance of postseason play in the Basketball Champions League. simply did not get enough threes to drop. Shot 34% from the three-point line, 44 from two against 69 and 44 for Tenerife. Rebound numbers even themselves out. 27 assists for Tenerife is a great number. They will not like the 17 turnovers, but they've come here to the Czech Republic and got the job done, which is all they needed to do. McFadden was excellent tonight. Saiz had a great game on the glass, and Batas again, already before tonight's game, 5+ assists off the bench, the only player in the Basketball Champions League to do that. Well, he's now got 6 games where he's had 5+ assists off the bench. And even though it got a little feisty at times, if we're being honest, Tenerife from the opening tip just had too much of everything for Opava. Tenerife underlined their real genuine contender status for the Basketball Champions League title. Opava in their first season, they've got to start learning some lessons if they're going to be able to pick up more wins. That was the trademark is the trademark of Tenerife, the use of the extra pass. And there was too many situations like that as this game developed. Wide open down the middle, exploited at will. Can't fault the effort of Opava. They just didn't have the weapons to play with Tenerife when Tenerife are doing this nicer job. Tenerife shared it beautifully. Got touches with everybody on many occasions offensively, shared the ball beautifully. And we're looking for high percentage shots. Opava, on the other hand, living and in fact dying by the jump shot. Well, here are the Group B standings. Tenerife with that perfect 6-0 record. Opava down there with 1-5, not looking good, but not out of it yet. But Tenerife march on with a 2-game lead. Great night for Tenerife, but for now, from Opava, it's good night.